What's up, guys? We're on the road. We are headed to Tampa. It is currently 6 p.m. and we're driving through the night. Kind of getting a late start here, but looking forward to our first cEDH tournament. What are you thinking over here?
I'm thinking, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We've played a lot of friendly cEDH with all of our friends, and there's been a lot of very forgiving, hey, oh, this is how you should do, but this is our first competitive thing. It is a cash prize, so we're a little wary of how other players are going to be. I don't know, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about our first event?
I mean, I think it's definitely going to be a little sweaty, a little nervous about it, but I think you just got to hop in, right? Like, you just got to go see what it's going to be like and just try it out. I think kind of excited to be on Dog Thras, playing a little Yoshimaru Thrasios now. Swapped it up last minute. I have been on the Derevi for a while, but I love the bird, but I think Dog Thras might be the move, so putting the bird back on the shelf for now. We're gonna try it out. And Drew over here is on Kinnan.
Yeah, we're on a Kinnan. It's basically no bad cards with a handful of swaps that I'm just trying from things like from the new stuff from Avatar, like Badger Mole or like Wan Shi Tong. So there's a couple variants, but it's Kinnan, so it's gonna do the Kinnan things. I don't know.
It'll be fun. Looking forward to hitting up some of the homies there. Gonna see Rodney from Hot Singles In, so shout out to Rodney. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. We will be on the road and we will update you guys when we get there.
Yep, we'll see you guys soon.
Like, what time is it? It's 8:30, but it feels so much earlier. Let me tell you. Good morning, guys. Got in quite the late last night, but we are awake now.
We're heading to our tournament. We're going to meet up with some of our friends. We got in at like 1 in the morning and took a little nap. That's what we did. We took a good little nap. That's all it was.
It's a quick little nap, but we'll see what happens when we get there today. So we'll update you soon.
Yo, we are here at the big Guava Gamers event. We finally made it. We ran into our boy.
I'm Rodney from Hot Singles In. Yep.
Look, Rodney, how do you think we're gonna do today? I am low-key optimistic, but I'm just trying to be positive. How do you think you're doing?
How do I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna 5-0 through Swiss and then die immediately, probably first in top 4 cut.
I hope to see it. Well, we'll check back in very soon with updates when we can.
Here we are for the post-game wrap of Game 1. So I got seat 1. I am playing Yoshimaru Thrasios. We had a Yoshimaru Thras on seat 2, and then there was a seat 3 Atali and a seat 4 Kinnan. I kept a second 7, had a little bit of good pieces in it. I got some early mana. We played a turn 2 Draneth Magistrate, which was great against the Atali, keeping him off that. Love to see it. And it was a super long game, like mid-range hell, very grindy. Went to time, but it was my turn. I was an active player, and I had the Voice of Victory out. Was able to get infinite mana with Derevi and Emil, do the Thrasios thing, go find the Fairy Mastermind, and get the win. So super excited to have Game 1 won, and we'll see what happens in Game 2.
So game 1 was an L. I was seat 3 on Kinnan. We had a seat 2 Urza take the game actually. Seat 1 was playing a Rog Thras and was pretty ahead for most of the game. Seat 4 was on a Sisse, who was also kind of doing the thing, not gonna lie. I went down to a bad 5, kept a Remora, and it got misstepped. So we pretty much did nothing game 1. So hoping for a little bit better on game 2. The pod was overall pretty chill. Seat 1 and 4 had a little bickering, but overall pretty good. See what's on the next one.
All right, here I am with Rodney from Hot Singles In. We were paired together for game 2. It's kind of exciting. Both on
Was it?
progress. Not really that exciting. It wasn't.
The game was not. Playing with you was exciting.
You're right. You're right. Always fun. So what happened to us? We had a Obnix seat 1. I was seat 2. Rodney seat 3, and then we had an Atraxa seat 4. He snap kept the first 7.
So fast. Didn't even consider it.
So, and then I think Rodney and myself were both like, I think I went down to 6, probably should have gone to 5. You went to 5?
I went to 5, and
Yeah.
it was a playable 5 with a chrome mock, so I kind of went to 4.
Right. And then I think it was the second 7 for Ob. Basically, turn 1, it was a gemstone for the Atraxa, and turn 1, demonic tutor, so not good. And I think everybody kept no interactions, so turn 2, he had the Thoracle consultation and no one had an answer, so we were just irresponsible.
Well,
Tell him what.
Ob had it on his next turn.
You're right.
Yeah, he had a Wish Claw Talisman
yeah.
and a Vamp Tutor in his hand. So
Yeah.
we were cooked either way. Bad day to be a dog.
But, quick game, get a little break. We played a little Riftbound in
Oh
between.
yes, which I'm also pretty okay at.
Yeah.
Just okay.
He's pretty okay at it.
My hopes of going 5-0 are over. So.
It's sad. But
So game 2, we were seat 1 on Kinnan. We were playing with 2 blue farms and Tayum. The Tayum player turned 1 to Dampening Spear. We had another Mystic Remora turn 1, and it did some work. But then we also got the one, you can only cast 1 spell a turn bird on turn 2. So for the entire game, which went to time, could only cast 1 spell a turn, which really put a damper on our game, pun intended. But we ended up drawing it out. No winner there because C3 had a handful of counter spells and anybody could only cast 1 a turn, so we all decided to draw. So we will see what happens in round 3.
all right, we are here after game 3. It was kind of a quick one. We had a turn 3 Rao win. Rao was on seat 2. I was on seat 4. And then we had a Kefka seat 1 and a Timna Dargo in seat 3. So there's a lot of interaction, but the Rao was able to wheel us. I did get wheeled into a Louisa sacrifice, so I was able to counter the activated ability on the Rao flip. But unfortunately, he had the packed negation, so no one else had any interaction after the wheel to kind of back up mine. And then he was able to kind of just storm off from there, burn everybody out, and win the game. So, good on him. Quick game, and we'll go on to the next one.
Wow, that was another seat 4 Kinnan. We got the decent hand that time. Didn't really do anything. We got a turn 2 Abdel for infinite 1/1s. It got stopped, and then the anime dead that allowed it to happen got put on a creature. And it was forgot that it was there because then somebody attacked and that creature blocked. So the anime dead was able to come back, resolve, get the Abdel, infinite 1/1s on turn 3, and there's just nothing you can do about that. So that one was also a loss. But we're going to be going into turn 4, round 4 here shortly, and we'll see. Maybe we can pull something out. The day's not over yet.
All right, we are back after game 4. We had a Rogdrass seat 1. It was Blue Farm in seat 2. I was seat 3 on Yoshi Thras, and seat 4 was a Sisei. It was a interesting game. There was 3 Smothering Tides on the board. One of them was mine. There was a Ristic on Sisei, and I think Rog tried to go for the first win attempt. Ton of interaction, got stopped after getting the sneak attack out with the Peregrine Drake, trying to do infinite mana without something, I don't even know. And then there was a intuition from Blue Farm to get a silence to stop the Rogdrass, but the blue farm player also went and got a breach into the yard as well, and they already had a brain freeze in their yard. So then we go to their turn, and it was a whole fight of interaction to stop them from winning. Get back to my turn. I tried to do a neoform. What did I try to do? Totally blanking. Anyways, it didn't work out, and then we have to pass over to cEDH, and the cEDH dropped. Oh, that's what it was. I was trying to neoform into the Cloud of Fairies. Sorry guys, kind of worn out here. To get a loop going with that. And so I had the Emil in my hand as well. But yeah, I couldn't get that out, got countered, didn't have the interaction left over after everything that had happened before. So I had to pass to cEDH, and then cEDH drops Deafening Silence, and there's some interaction, but everybody can only do like one thing at that point, and after it resolved, and they ended up being able to combo off and get the win at that point. So, you know, it's rough, but it happened. It was very interesting, lots of interaction, giant stack that, you know, that's what cEDH is all about, right? So it's kind of fun. We got one more game left in the Swiss, so maybe we can catch one more win, would be really exciting, just for fun, right? And we'll see what happens.
So game 4 was C2, had a lot of draw, had the Ristic Study and the Mystic Aurora. We ended up drawing the game, which was a big mistake on my part. I had the win on my turn, and unfortunately was convinced that the player across from me, if he would let this finale resolve, get his 7 Scapekeeper back, that he would be winning, basically. But if it got stopped, he would rather have a draw. Okay, fine, we'll draw. Gave up the win that I had in hand, so big sad, but we go to round 5.
All right, here we are after game 5. A little bit worn out, as you can probably see, but it was a lot of fun. I think pod 5 was on seat 3. We had a Wandering Minstrel seat 1 that kept a second 7. We had a Rao seat 2, went all the way down to 2. He was on the struggle bus for sure. And then I was seat 3, kept a 6. I kept a hand that had some mana acceleration and interaction because we had a Rockside Turbo on seat 4, and then the Rao, of course, but Rao did go down to 2. But yeah, Rockside, I believe, kept a 5 on seat 4. Rockside got a turn 1 Ristic out with the Ancient Tomb and the Chrome Mox. Maybe I should counter that, but I was just worried about like keeping the interaction up for the win. So I don't know, hard to say for sure. That game was kind of a slog. I got stuck being like the police officer per se, not able to advance my board as much as I want, because it's like Wandering Minstrel was trying to go for it, Rocks was trying to go for it. Unfortunately, the Ral deck kind of didn't really interact much or do anything at all that game, but sometimes it's like that. So there's just a lot of like back and forth stack kind of fighting off wins for that match. So yeah, it was tough. I think the Wandering Minstrel deck almost had it, but in the end, Rockside did end up pulling it off. I think kind of just getting through everyone's interaction, and then they just had the Ristic like whole game to have that card advantage, and then were able to push a Thoracle Consultation win. And at that point, I think everyone was just kind of out of gas, like just didn't have the card draw to kind of keep policing, back it up. But I don't know, you guys let me know, would you have countered the turn 1 Ristic? Was that the move? I think I had a Force in hand at that point, that was it. But I don't know, tough call. I think it was fun, we learned a lot. I think overall I had like place 26 out of like 60 people or something, so it was interesting. You know, one more win. I don't know if I would have made top 16. Probably not. Probably would have needed like a draw as well. But hey, you know, we said that I wanted to come and at least win one match, and I won one match, so it was exciting. But yeah, we'll kind of wrap it up, see what happens next.
Well, we ended with a loss. Last one is also a loss. Turn 3, the Drago, Tim the Drago, presented a loop and kind of dunked on us. Rodney, you want to give some insight? How was your day? How did you do?
You know what? I did really well. I'm 0-3-2. Lots of draws. The rounds are kind of short. The last game I felt like I had it in the dub, or had it in the bag, but short rounds. Took an L. Yeah, no good things to say except for the vibes here are immaculate.
The vibes were good. I ended also 0-3-2, so we did it.
All right, guys, we are back, and I have with me
Papa Guava, also known as Maui, which is what I usually prefer to be called. Also known as Daddy Guava, thanks to Rodney. I am the, so to speak, founder of Big Guava Gamers. And yeah, do you want me to? I'll hold it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to hold it, you're welcome to hold it. I was just gonna ask you real quick, like, how did you guys get started? Tell us a little bit, like, what you're about and all that.
So this started with a bunch of homie tournaments at a friend's house, at Steven's house actually. We, put in $20 entry fee. Whoever gets the top 4 gets their $20 back. Whoever wins the tournament gets the rest of it. We did those for a year or two. Then we asked, hey, why don't we open it up to a store? We asked Oblivion Games. They're like, yeah, as long as you're willing to open it up to the public. We kind of talked around ourselves and we're like, let's open it up to the public. And lo and behold, in June of this year, we actually had our first 1K here. And
yeah, I mean, that's like perfect. You had the perfect home for it, Oblivion Games, to host the event, right? So
yeah, and now we did we wanted to do a 5K, but we got 4K, which I think is still a great turnout. And I also ended up placing high and making the cut, so I'm cool with it. So
yeah, that's like, hey, I'm happy with my 1 win. We'll take it, It was very fun. But yeah, what's next for you guys?
Yeah, so in January on the 10th, we have a tournament in Winter Park that we're working with Punt, Win, Repeat. And I believe Doom of Fools. It's called the Triple Threat Tournament. Yeah, Triple Threat Tournament. I can't remember the prize support and the prize entry off the top of my head. I'm a little fried. Then in the end of January, we have the Trade and Play SuperCon, which is like a very short $20 entry, like 3-round tournament. And then in March, tentatively on the 14th, in St. Pete, we're going to be hosting a 5K at collect.gg. So we're looking forward to it, and then we'll see what the future goes, or we'll see how the future takes us from there.
That's perfect. I think we would, definitely be excited to come out to some more tournaments, a little bit more. I think it's a lot of fun. Honestly, is there anything else you want to plug?
Outside of our link tree, our socials, follow us at all of our socials. We'll have the information posted for you. Follow our guys at Punt, Win, Repeat. They helped us put this on. Shout outs to Oblivion Games for letting us play in their event. Shout out to you guys for coming to join. And yeah, thank you so much. And I thank you everybody who showed up. It makes me really happy that, everything came out so successful.
Yeah, today was awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, and we are at the end of our weekend. That was something. It was our first cEDH tournament. I mean, I want to let you go first. What were your thoughts? What did you think? What were some things like, let's say, what was a high and a low for you? What was something like that? What was your favorite thing and maybe like your not so favorite thing?
I mean, obviously my favorite thing had to be winning a game. But hey, started out today with a win. I was seat 1. Love to see that. Got the win, but it was super stressful. Like, we were on the clock. I was an active player, almost running out of time, like trying not to misplay, do everything right to get that win. But like that adrenaline.
Also having like everybody standing around your table because you're last one going. So like everyone in the shop standing there watching because they just, they're led the game. But yeah, that's got to have a lot of pressure on somebody.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
No
but
pressure.
It was very fun. I think the toughest thing for me today was just like knowing like, oh, I could have done that a little bit different, or like just that. And I think like there was one game, I think it was game 3, where if I tapped a little bit different, I might have been able to interact and like stop somebody from winning. And I don't know if I would have won, but like, might have stopped them. Maybe could have gone a little different. So like looking back at that, I think that was something I would have liked to do a little different. But I mean, hey, we're new, we're learning. I feel like overall it was fun. Come out, got a win. Potentially could have done a little better, but maybe next time, right?
Yeah. I think a high for me, I think coming out and just hanging out with everybody, it's always a good time, and getting to see our friends that are from out of state are super cool. I think maybe in a game, A high. I don't know. My games are really brutal today. I didn't really do well. So I would say I think my high for the weekend is honestly just coming out, getting to see all our friends from out of state. A low would be giving a draw where I should have just pushed for the win. That was silly. But again, first tournament we learned. We won't make that mistake again. But
Never again. Don't do it again.
but yeah, I think overall I would like to do more tournaments. Would you like to do more tournaments?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It was fun.
If you guys haven't done a tournament before, honestly, like, don't be afraid. Just go try it out. It's fun.
It was cool. Some people were nice. Some people were a little bit more like was for money. So I understand it was a little bit more, sweaty. It's a good word for that. But overall, I think it was a good weekend. I'll do it again.
Yeah, I mean, just like seeing all the homies in town, coming and hanging out. That's really what it's all about. Like, just gathering the community together, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us. Overall, 10 out of 10 would do again. But we're gonna go get something to eat now and get back on the road. So tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, like you said, that's a wrap. You can find us at Sideboard Therapy everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Daily uploads. We do shorts on YouTube once a week. You can expect long form content like this, probably increase later in May. Keep an eye out for the podcast. It'll be coming.
All right. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.